way to Brisbane for a booking. I didn't actually have any bookings lined up for today, as you guys know. This is an ASAP booking, which is basically just a booking that the clients might be already, you know, having a few drinks, or they've organised a small get-together or an event for the boys. It's 2 hours topless in Brisbane CBD in a high-rise hotel. I'm pretty sure she said there's just a couple of guys there, so like 3 or 4. So usually in that case, sometimes it can be a lot quieter. Just from personal experience, like usually the guys aren't too rowdy if they're in a smaller group. They're very like low-key, they just want to have a couple of drinks. I'm just on the motorway now, I'm just heading to Brisbane. I'm gonna pop some tunes on and have a little bit of a sing-along because that's what I do to pump myself up before work. I will catch you guys when I get to work. Pretty much talking to my handbag right now, but I just called the client and he's not even at the hotel yet. And I'm sure people can like see me holding like a bunch of beer pong balls and stuff in my handbag, so I look like a complete weirdo. I just called him and he keeps calling saying, and he's like, yeah, we're 10 minutes away, so I'm just gonna be waiting outside the hotel until they get here. Okay, wow. I don't even know where to start with that booking. It started off really good. So I got to the hotel. I was like full racing, had to run around the block, but I ended up getting like dead on. I waited in the lobby, outside the lobby. I'm like, okay, where are these guys? I called them on a private number and they said they were coming. And I was like, coming? And I was like, oh, where are you guys? And they're like, I was like, you guys not at the hotel? And they're like, no, we're out. So they'd actually been out, like at the pub or something. And they just decided they were going to get a topless waitress for their friend. Got the beer pong out. I was like, hey, do you guys want to play beer pong? I bought a kit. And they were like, yeah, that'll be so fun. And they seemed all sweet when I got there. The main guy paid me. I went into the bathroom, came out with my set on and my stockings. And they were like, oh, wow. Like, you know, like, and I was like, sweet. Like, you know, they're happy with what they see. Like thinking like, I look like my photos. Like, so that's good news. And then I don't know why, like just the main guy who booked me just kept like pushing my buttons. Like I was like, oh, so I have like 2 or 3 drinks. That was it, because I was like, I have like a 3-drink limit at work. I still have to drive. I'm not from Brisbane. I have to drive back to the Gold Coast. It's like a 45-minute drive home. I did explain that. I was like, look, I'm not going to be drinking a whole lot. So I was like, everyone that you guys get in, I get to, you know, make someone else do it. And I make it like a bit of a party game where I like get them to do it out of my boobs. Like I hold the cup in my boobs and I pour the drink into their mouth. So it's a little bit more fun. Like I'm not just going, here, you take my drink, you have to drink it. Like I make it fun. I do love solo jobs in like that aspect where I feel like I can be like a little bit more bantery and like loud. Whereas sometimes when I'm at other bookings, like if you're working with other girls, like I feel like if I'm too loud, then I look like I'm trying to be like out competition other people, which is not the case at all. I'm just super obnoxious and loud. Like, but yeah, they were like, they seemed to like my loud personality until like just the main guy, he just didn't like, wasn't vibing well with me at all. And like, he was like, no, you have to drink, like you lost that one, we got it in the cup. And I was like, yeah, I'll give it to one of the other guys and I'll pour it out of my boobs, you know. And he was like, no, you have to drink. And I was like, no, I don't, babe. I was like, don't be silly, like stop ruining, I was like, stop ruining the mood, like we're having a good time, everyone's vibing, like we're all having a party, stop ruining the mood. Like, and because there was only 3 of them, like it was like, he was really like bringing it down, like, and the guys were like, piss off, like leave her alone, she's got to drive later. And they were like, well, that's not what we paid for. And I was like, what did you pay for? He was like, we paid for someone who's supposed to be partying with us. And I was like, my job description is a topless waitress, so I'm getting you guys drinks, I'm playing party games with you guys. I was like, getting the vibe going. Like I was like, it is not my job to get drunk with you guys. I've had a few drinks. Now I'm saying that I'm cutting it off. Like, I didn't announce it. I was just like discreetly not drinking anymore. Like, I was like pretending to like sip and then putting my cup down. And he was like, no, you have to drink that. And I was like, I don't. Like, it's, where in the rule book does it say that I have to get absolutely shit-faced with you? And I was like, I'm so sorry, babe. I was like, sorry if that's what you thought you were getting. But I was like, that's not what I do. Like, I'm just here to have fun and like have a vibe with you guys. And I was like dancing around and stuff. And he was like, no, like, I want you to get shit-faced. Like, he was like, no, you have to drink. And I was like, sorry, babe. I was like, you're bringing the party down. Can you just stop it? Can you just like let it go? Because we're like all trying to have a good time here and you're like really putting a damper on things. And he was like, oh, fine, I won't play then. And like full made a big scene out of it in front of like the two guys, and they were like making the buck uncomfortable. Like, you know, he only had like a small bucks party. He had 2 friends invited, and I'm sure all he wanted was just to have a few drinks, have a low-key like night, have a good time. And his one friend who pays me to be there just full makes it really like difficult and like not fun at all, having a good time. And then the other guys, there was like two guys there, and I was like, hey, and I was like, come here. And I was like, do you reckon like it would be more fun if I gave the buck a lap dance? And he was like, how much? And I told him how much, and he was like, yeah. And he goes, I don't have the money though, you'll have to talk to that guy. So it was the guy who was already like not really vibing with me, and he was like, what's going on? And he like kind of nosed his way into the conversation, and I was like, oh my god. So he came over and he's like, what's going on? I was like, I was just saying like how fun it would be if I gave your friend a lap dance, like a private buck lap dance in the other room, you know, like what you do at strip clubs, like you send, you know, the guy off with a stripper, give him a private dance. And he goes, how much is that? And I was like, oh, well, it's this much. And he was like, and what does he get for that? And I told him, and he was like, he goes, I'll give you this much. And it was like half the amount. And I was like, no. Oh, sorry, my lights just went off. And then I was like, no, babe, no, it's this much. And he was like, what about this much? And I was like, babe, I'm not bartering with you. I was like, these are my prices. I was like, if you guys don't want to pay them, that's fine. Let's just forget we had this conversation. We'll go back to playing beer pong. We'll have a good time. I'm going to get you guys some more drinks. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no. We want it. We want it. Like, I want to pay for it, but I don't want to pay that much. And I was like, okay, well, I was like, I feel like we're at like a, you know, crossroads here. Like, I want to provide the service for you, but you have to respect my prices. And I was like, so it's this much, or like, no, like it's not happening. And he was just like, no, you have to do it for this. Like, he was telling me I have to do things for his price. And I was like, no, babe. And then I was like, it's all good, we'll just like forget it. And he was like, oh, for sake, like he was carrying on. His poor friend who I was trying to organize a lap dance for, like I was trying to do it on the down low, make it a surprise, be nice, you know, trying to lift the mood. And his friend once again was like dampening the mood, and he was like, so what does he get for that? I was like, this is what he gets, this is how long it goes for, la la la. And then he's like, okay, so can you do that in front of all 3 of us? And I was like, no. I was like, it's a private dance. He's like, why can't you just do it in front of all 3 of us? And I was like, well, that would be this much each then, like not just the one amount. And he was like, no, we're not paying that. And I was like, okay, well, let me go do the private dance for your friend. He goes, no, I want it in front of everyone. I was like, you can't have it both ways. I was like, oh my god, it was so frustrating. It was very argumentative, very draining. I don't know, like I didn't go into that booking looking for an argument, and I just really did not want to argue back. I was like, okay, like if you don't want to pay it, that's fine. Like I wasn't gonna press for it, because I was like, at the end of the day, I felt like this wasn't worth the money, like arguing with him. Like I just wanted to go at the end of my booking. I was like, fine, let's just go back to playing party games. And he's like, oh, well, you've ruined the mood now. And I was like, how have I ruined the mood? What the hell? I was like, I'm trying to have a good time. Every time you say like you're not gonna pay for something, I was like, that's fine. Let's just forget we had the conversation. Like, let's just chill out. Let's have a good time, you know? Like the other guys were like, fine. They were having a good banter with me, being cheeky, giving me shit. I was giving shit back. We're like throwing the ball across the table. This one guy just would not, yeah, like it was just, I can't even explain, like just so annoyed, because like, why book me? Why book a waitress to come out only to be so passive aggressive towards her, like you don't even want her there? Everything I tried to like make good, he just like stomped on it. Every like joke I tried to crack, he was like, you're not funny. I was like, I'm f***ing funny, man. Like, I know I'm funny. I'm a funny chick. Like, I'm really funny at work. I don't know what his problem was. It was really bothering me, and I thought it was like something that I was doing wrong, but deep down I know it's probably because he'd been drinking all day, and that's just like, you know, him, like on the piss. But yeah, I ended up leaving 10 minutes early. I ended up getting my clothes on. I just told the guy, I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, that you have to deal with that. But I was like, just know that I've had a really great time. You were awesome. Your friend was awesome. I hope he has a great box party, because I know that they were going to get girls tomorrow night as well. Like, like, thanks for booking me. I really appreciate you booking me. Like, I was still trying to like give him gratitude because at the end of the day, like, I didn't have a booking tonight and I'm really grateful for it. Basically, I worked from 9:30 till 11:20. So I was supposed to work till 11:30 and I did 2 hours topless and 1 lap dance. So I made $100, $200, $300. Yeah, I am going to apply for other jobs in the area, but I also might start driving back to the coast just in case there's more work down that way. If I don't end up getting any more work, I will see you guys all tomorrow afternoon. So that should be fun. Even though tonight's shift was a bit of a downer, like it was pretty negative, like if I might say so myself. It's not my worst shift. It's not my worst booking I've had. Despite it being like that, I'm very grateful that I got the booking. Very grateful that I got the lap dance money. I feel like if I had pushed to upgrade for nude, that just would have killed it. Like sometimes you just got to read the room and that was not the room tonight. Okay, so I just got a park in Brisbane CBD. I'm probably like 2 blocks away, like walking distance. Just gonna head up to the ground level and then I'm gonna call the client off a private number just to let him know that I'm like close to the hotel so he can come down and get me. Wish me luck. Okay, we're gonna make this short and sweet because I just paid for my parking ticket and I don't want to have to like pay for more as I leave. I felt like I almost lost my car for a minute there. Like I could not find the Maya Centre car park in Brisbane. And I know that sounds probably really dumb to a lot of people who live in Brisbane and they're like used to the area, but at nighttime, as a Gold Coaster, it's hella confusing. There's lots of people walking around everywhere. There's heaps of homeless people on the ground sleeping or like begging for money. Yeah, so it's just like, I got so confused and I did like a full loop of Elizabeth Street in Brisbane trying to find the car park. Don't ask me how, but I couldn't find it. Like I knew where I had to go, but I just didn't know how to get there. So I was like Googling it and then typing in like, and then putting like the walking man button on my GPS so I could like just walk there. Anyway, we made it. 1 lap and 3 levels later of the car park, we found my car. Booking was great. So good. Guys were really respectful. So I got to the booking on time. I ended up getting there and there was like 2 other waitresses working. Lots of young dads, like all like same age as me with like fresh newborns or like toddlers, like lots of young dads who just really needed a night out because they've just, their sleep patterns are like off whack and they've just, you know, been trying to like help support their partner throughout everything that's been going on. But yeah, all the guys were so nice and respectful, very well behaved. The buck was dressed as Peach from Mario Kart when I got there. He looks so cute and he was a bit of a submissive one, like he wanted to be spanked and stuff, so the guys were like all spanking him with like a belt. It was just a bit of fun. Mainly just like got drinks for the 2 hours. So I did ask to upgrade to nude. I think the guys were like more into lap dances and getting us naked. Like they would have rather just, yeah, get lap dances because it was kind of like every man for himself. Like there was no like main guy with the money. Like some bucks parties, I feel like there'll be one guy who collects like money for the events for the bucks party and then he'll collect extra cash off the guys for like spendings. It wasn't like that. Like the guy who had organized everything, he organized everything. Like they went go-karting and they did a bunch of other activities throughout the day and they obviously had the show and then now us waitresses, but he didn't collect like cash for spending, so it was kind of like each guy to their own sort of like budget. So I did end up doing 2 lap dances for the buck. I don't know how I ended up doing that, but I did. The first one was paid for in cash. The best man ended up paying for it because the buck just kept expressing to me like how like much he loved my boobs and my butt, and he was like, your eyes are just stunning, like they're so pretty, like your makeup looks so good, you have such nice teeth and a good smile. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice, like thank you. And I was like, all of us are stunning, like all the girls were like like really pretty. Yeah, I guess he just kind of took a liking to me because I think I was the only blonde there. But yeah, he was just like lapping it up. The girls were giving him all the attention and he was just like, oh, like, you know, he was loving it. I think the girls were like happy to give him a bit of attention because he wasn't like grabby, he wasn't being disrespectful. He was just like, yeah, like just super like chill. Like the guys were just really, really respectful. Like everyone was really well behaved. So I got some cash off his best man to do a lap dance at the start of the booking, pretty much like right away. And then after that, I was trying to get cash for us to upgrade to new, but the guys weren't interested. And I was like, cool. Like, so I just ended up standing there chatting to a bunch of them about like their kids. Like one of them was like a new dad, like really fresh out off the boat. So we're just talking about his baby and like the routine and stuff. And he was like so stoked to just get out for the night and just, you know, spend time with the boys. And then I was showing him pictures of my dogs. Not the same level at all, but I was like, I don't have kids, so you want to see a picture of my dog? And then towards the end of the booking, one of the other guys who was wearing like a tux, it was really strange, he was the only one dressed up like that, but he was like, I want you to do a lap dance from the back. And I was like, oh, like I already did one earlier, but I'll do another one. He goes, yeah, he really likes you. So, and then I took the buck to the other room and did a lap dance, and then I pretty much just got changed. I tried to see if I could extend because I saw that the other girl had extended, but he said, I think that's kind of it for the night. I think they'd exhausted all their funds, like their avenues and funds for the night. So yeah, that was it. I'm just gonna quickly do a cash count for you guys and include the money that I got in transfer. Okay, so cash count for the night from 8 till 10 p.m. just in Brisbane doing topless waitressing plus 2 lap dances is 100, 200, 300 plus $100 plus transfer from the client for an extra lap dance is, which in totaling is $400 for 2 hours work, which is not bad at all. I've been trying to see if I can get extra work in the area, like when I went to the bathroom earlier when I was getting changed, but yeah, nothing's coming through. It's like crickets, like absolute crickets. So I just came down, I've just got my car, I've got my ticket for the car parking space, finally. And I'm gonna head back to the coast and see if I can get more work there. I might stop in somewhere and get something to eat. If I don't end up getting any more work, thank you guys so much for coming along for the night and following me along for the night with my vlog. I really appreciate everyone's support. Everyone's been so kind with all their comments. Like, I've received nothing but good comments on my YouTube channel so far, and I hope it stays that way because it just motivates me to want to like show you guys more and what like my job entails, and just like show you guys the good and the bad so that you guys like can make an informed decision as to whether this might be for you or not. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna like glamorize or sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to tell you, oh, I had such a great night, when sometimes, yeah, there are like real kids like that you have to work for example last night. So yeah, like I love all the positive vibes that you guys have been sending me so far, and I really appreciate it. I will catch up with you guys and let you guys know if I get any more work. So it is now Sunday. It is 20 to 9. I wasn't even anticipating this, but I somehow got a booking for tonight. So I just randomly applied for it, not thinking I would get it, and literally like a minute later, the bookie who posted the job was like, no more ladies, like no one else apply. Because obviously that many girls must apply for it, because Sunday jobs are like kind of like, they don't happen very often. So especially at night time, because usually the clients are like wanting to travel back to where they came from on the Monday, or you know, they've got work in the morning or whatever. But yeah, so I got this booking. She confirmed it during the day today, and yeah, like today I was like, woo, like that's gonna be so good. Yeah, really happy about that. As far as I know, with this booking, it's gonna go from, my booking is gonna go from 9 p.m. till midnight, topless. And they've added on a travel fee for us because it's a little bit further away. Hopefully we get to upgrade, do some lap dances and extend. Really keen for that. I do have my tattoo appointment tomorrow, and I do have a few other little items that I've been wanting to like purchase, but without digging into my savings. My slavings, I should say. I've got about 18 minutes until I get to the location, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Okay guys, I just finished the booking. I've just got back to my car. Yeah, towards the end of that booking, I was the last girl there because I got there 25 minutes late or something. So I had to make up for my time. But yeah, the guys were getting super full on and pushing for full service. So I kind of just tried to quickly get ready and like go like as quickly as I can. I did park around the corner, thankfully, because yeah, I just didn't feel really like comfortable towards the end of the booking. So I might just head home first or closer, like towards where I live, and pull over and do a money count. But I just don't want to do it here, like outside the Airbnb, because there was like a lot of clients there, and a lot of them made me feel really uncomfortable tonight. Pushed a lot of boundaries. That's all I'm gonna say for now. But I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Okay. Woo! Hey guys, so it is much later. It's now 1:15 in the morning. It did only take me half an hour to get home, but I kind of like was trying to get out to my car, and I just didn't feel like, I felt like I was trying to leave, but because there was so many guys, they're all like, Sadie, Sadie, and they're all trying to hug me goodbye. But it was kind of gross. Like, they were trying to hug me but like grope me, like grab my bum and stuff, or like try and grab my boobs while they're hugging me. I just wanted to get out of there. Like, oh, I was really hoping for a positive night tonight, but this one just took the cake. Yeah, I'm just been messaging the girls in the group chat now. The other 3 girls were like just as astounded as to how gross it was. Yeah, I was just reading that message now. That was full on. Different nationalities. Sometimes it might be different in like where they're from, but I just thought, like, at the start of this booking, I got there, it was like a big Airbnb, a big mansion up in the mountains, and basically I got there and the other 3 girls were already there, thank God. The organizer had come out and he was like, hey, Sadie, 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 we're waiting for you. And I was like, yep, oh, sorry, like, I'm so sorry I'm late, la la la. And I just said, look, I'm happy to stay back for my time. He was like, yep, la 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 la. Got there, went down, they gave us like a designated room at the bottom of the house, so all our belongings could go there, no one else was allowed in there. And I was like, sweet. So we had our own bathroom sort of area. I've never seen so many guys, like so many guys. There was at least maybe like 20 out the front and maybe like 15, not sure, maybe 20 on the inside. The guys on the outside were all playing cricket in the garage area, drinking beer. And then there was guys in the living room, out on the balcony, in the kitchen. Like, I felt like they just kept popping up everywhere. Anyway, we got downstairs. The organizer took me down there and he said, here's all the other girls' stuff. No one's gonna come in here. No one's allowed in here unless you say like they can come in here, whatever. So he ended up giving me the cash. He asked if I did lap dances and stuff, and I said I do. But yeah, I was like, just letting you know, like, there's no full service or anything like that. There's no extras or anything like that. I'm not an escort. Just due to the nature of this nationality, I've had experiences in the past where they kind of expect extra, and if you say no, they still like, they'll try and like wave extra cash in your face. They'll try and like hone in on you. Like 2-3 guys will get up in your face and go, come on, like, why not? And they're like this close to your face. They're not like far away. They're like, come on, like, just come on, you know, just something extra special for us, you know. We're not like other guys. Like, they get really full on. So I was just straight up with it, like, none of that. And he was like, oh no, we're not expecting that, la la la. But if the guys do want it, like, what's the go there? And I was like, it's just a straight up no. These guys were just not getting the point. Like, I reckon I've said no to full service probably like 50 times tonight, probably more. It just got so full on. Straight off the bat, I got pulled up to do a dance. Ended up making like a good bag tonight, but I was like super off it towards the end of the night. I ended up like, I was about to leave. Like, I was just getting so frustrated. Guys were like dancing. They're like, come dance with us. And I don't know, like, in this situation, like, I've been in these situations before. If there are like more than 20 guys in a room and 2 girls and they say, hey, come dance with us, and they're super full on with dancing, I don't. I go, oh no, I'm good, babe, you go dance. I don't want to be in that, because what happens is they try and sandwich you, and then all the guys like push you up against each other. Like, it's full on, like. And towards the end of it, I ended up having one last lap dance, and he was like, just come on, something special. And I was like, no. And I was like, babe, can I just sit you down for a second? I was like, can you please stop asking for it? I've been asked like 50 times tonight. And I was like, you guys came to me at the start of the booking and said, what are your rules? And I told you my rules. And I was like, I know that every girl here has told you the rules. Like, that we were all on the same page, all us girls. Oh my God, bless these girls. And we all got in like, we had like a little titty committee meeting, and we were like, okay, yeah, we all don't do that. This is how much we charge for this. This is how much we charge for this, la la la. Yeah, so we were all on the same page. No one else was doing that. But, oh my God, it just scared the shit out of myself with my own reflection. I thought someone was outside my window. But yeah, I was like, why even ask us what are your rules if you don't respect our boundaries? Like, I don't understand that. Like, riddle me that. So like, I just feel greatly disrespected by you. You don't respect my boundaries. I told you guys no multiple times and everyone keeps asking over and over and over. I've been asked by the same person multiple times. Like, they don't take no for an answer. And I was like, it's extremely offensive. I don't know why you don't know why that's not offensive. And I was like, because I was like, I respect sex workers. I respect full service workers. But I was like, I'm offended that you keep asking me and not respecting like my boundaries. Like, if I wanted to be doing that, I would be doing it and I would be killing it, man. Like, I would be making it rain. I was like, don't you think I would be working for an escort agency or a brothel if I was in that line of work? Why would I be doing this, earning less, in hope that I get the odd little, like, you know, that makes no sense. And I was like, please stop asking, girls. It is a lot when you guys are peer pressuring us, like pressure. Why not? Let's do it. Come on. What if I give you this much more? Come on, just this once. Just something extra special. I was like, it is so annoying when you guys keep doing that. It feels very, there is a lot of you versus like how many were there. Like, it was so full on. I mean, like, eventually, like, they would back off and be like, oh, sorry, like, you know, la la la, okay. But then they ask you all over again. Like, it was, yeah, so it wasn't like ever like physically violent or anything like that. Like, nothing happened like that. It was just annoying, like, that they kept asking us, and it felt really uncomfortable towards the end because of their behavior and the numbers that were there versus like how many waitresses there were. I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, so I ended up doing a lot of dances tonight. I ended up upgrading to nude, which was really good as well. Kudos to the girls for like all making that happen. Like, we were really like firm on our prices. And even when we like negotiated a price, the guys were like trying to drop it, like even lower, and we're like, what? No. You guys listen to us, that we're negotiating with you, not the other way around. So yeah, like, it ended up being really good. I feel like everyone stood their ground. I'm like so grateful to those girls. All of us had each other's back, kept each other safe, make sure that everyone was like checking in on each other. Like, anytime someone went for a dance, they were like, I'm just going for a dance, like. And I would like keep an eye on the time, like, just to make sure, like, I'm like, oh, they've been in there for a long time, I'm gonna go check. And I'd knock on the door and be like, hey, is this room free for another lap dance? Like, you know, just pretending I'm going in there for a dance, but really I was checking to see if the girl was safe, which I think is so important. Like, it's so important, especially with this group that was super rowdy, very touchy-feely, not respecting boundaries, asking for the full service stuff. So I was like, gotta make sure my girls are okay. And we were all just in the group chat before, just like, everyone messaged each other when, and then towards the end of the group, in the group chat, we're just messaging each other now saying like, can everyone please let each other know when we got home safe. However, what was the amount of lap dances I did, which was really good. I constantly tried to just go around and ask for dances because I just didn't want to deal with the big group that there was. They were just so full on. I just didn't want to be in it, around it, in the middle of it. I didn't want to get anyone drinks. When I did get people drinks, I was just like, here's your beer, like, and quickly like walk away, because I didn't want to like engage in too much conversation, because I felt like every single conversation, even if I was just asking them what they do for work, they were like, oh, will you give us special time? Will you give us some extra special time? And I'm like, how has it got anything to do with what you do for work? Like, I'm trying to initiate like some sort of like substance of a conversation, and everything just ended back at full service. Like, it was just, I was getting over it towards the end. There was like one time I was getting this guy a drink, and he was actually one of the nicer guys, and I went to get him a scotch and soda, and they didn't tell me that one of them had dropped the soda bottle before, and I opened it and it just went all down the front of me, all through my lingerie, in my stockings, like everything. And I was like, and I like quickly put it in the sink, went to grab the next one in the fridge. You would not believe it squirted everywhere up at me as well. So they dropped 2 bottles and someone didn't say anything or put it on its side. So when I went to get it out, it was just like everywhere. I was coated in soda water. And then one of them comes up to me and goes, oh, can I lick it out of your belly button? And I was like, no. I was like, no good. No, babe. I've got baby wipes. I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs and like clean myself up. And he was just like, oh, he goes, if you want, I can lick it off your body. Like, I would lick every inch of your body. And I was like, please find me a bucket. I'm gonna vomit. Like, I was over it. I was like, nah. I was like, no babe, all good, like I'm just gonna go out myself off. Yeah, obviously I didn't show that I was having a bad time, like I never do, but towards the end of that booking I just did not feel safe. I did not feel comfortable. I did express that to the agent as well. I just said if they try to book with you again, make sure that you send the booking out to people who are open to full service, because I was like, if you send other waitresses out there again, they're gonna feel really, really harassed and uncomfortable and peer pressured. Like that's just not cool. So yeah, she was a really good agent to work for. She was very communicative, checking in when we got there, checking in mid-shift, how we're going, when we finished, if we got home okay. So I really liked that. I've never worked for her before, but I feel like she was like trying to make sure that she was in communication with us throughout the entire shift to make sure we're okay. Anyway, this magician made it through. I'm just really proud of myself. 10 out of 10. Would recommend me at any party situation. Can handle and be a fun chick. So I'm just gonna go do a money count with you guys, and then we're gonna do a money count for the rest of the week that we did. I did not foresee anything happening tonight, but I'm very grateful that it did. I think hopefully I've got enough. Hopefully I've got everything. It's all hiding at the bottom. I'm gonna have to straighten these out real quick. Okay, I think that might be it. Yeah. Okay, I'll count the cash and then I'll add in the bank transfers. I might sign in now so I'm all prepared, because a lot of guys didn't have the cash, so I ended up doing bank transfers with that. So tonight's shift was from 9 till 12, but I got there 25 minutes later, so 9:30ish to 12:30ish. 3 hours topless. I upgraded to nude and I did a few lap dances. Here's the cash count: 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 620. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lap dances bank transferred to me. So 720, 820, 920, 1020, 1120. So $1,120 in 3 hours. Pretty stoked with that. I'm kind of chuffed. I just, you know, I'm annoyed that I had to not work as hard as I wanted to get it. Like, I'm annoyed that I had to set my boundaries so often and just, you know, constantly say no just to continue with the shift. I'm also really proud of myself for standing up for my rights and myself and my boundaries to continue to make the money that I did. So that was 1,120. I'm just gonna add that in the calculator really quick. And last night I did that job in Brisbane CBD, so I ended up making $400. I'm pretty sure, was it? Yeah, it was from 8 till 10 and I did 2 lap dances. So $400. And then on the Friday night, I worked for that horrible customer in Brisbane. I feel so sorry for his friends. His friends were actually really nice, but he was horrible. And I made $300 off them. Thursday night, I did that beautiful boat job with one of my favorite waitresses. So happy that I worked with her, and we made such a killing. Like, the guys were so great, apart from one, he was being a bit silly, but nothing as bad as what happened tonight. Super lovely guys, like so stoked. I wish I could work for them again. There was just such a gem. And we did the 3-hour booking on the boat and we ended up making $880 in 3 hours. So total earnings for the week is $2,700. Absolutely insane. Just goes to show that even if you don't have anything booked in like a month in advance or 2 weeks in advance, anything can happen at the last minute. Clients can decide to book an extra girl. They might not have booked entertainment for the night and decided, oh shit, like we need a waitress. Like, this is gonna be a boring bucks party. Or girls call in sick, or they just decide, you know, I don't wanna go to work tonight, so they cancel, which is perfectly fine because, you know, mental health comes first, #1 priority. But yeah, it just goes to show that you don't need to have like bookings set in place. Things can happen at the last minute. I only had Thursday and Saturday booked for this week, so I probably would have only earned about just over $1,000. So yeah, I did get that Friday job at the last minute, and I did get tonight's job at the last minute. So actually really, really happy about that. Really, really stoked. We might just have to turn the engine on so I have a light.
I get one down before you.
Oh my god, that's so aggressive. Sorry guys, I just had to turn my engine on so we have good lighting. But I just wanted to send all my love out there to everyone that has been commenting like really nice stuff on my channel. I've also been getting messages on Instagram, not a lot, but just like warm and fuzzy messages saying that I'm doing a good job and that my editing's really good and that I'm a relatable person when I'm going to work. You guys seem to love the sing-alongs in the car, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. Thank you so much for everyone's support so far. I honestly didn't think I would get that much of a reaction from my videos. I just know that I wanted to put something out there because because when I started waitressing, there wasn't really anything online about it. I remember Googling topless waitressing for the first time, and a bunch of videos and like photos came up, like screenshotted, sort of like dodgy, like bad quality photos from like US restaurants of topless waitresses serving like fried chicken and stuff. Like there was absolutely nothing about topless waitresses online. I couldn't find anything anywhere. So when I did start waitressing, I really just kind of had to learn on the go. Everything was on a whim. I learned a lot of stuff the hard way, and I just really wanted to be able to put something out there, like even if it's like not so educational, but just, you know, taking you guys to work with me. You guys can learn from my bad experiences and like do better, and maybe like find some tips and tricks in there to like help you up your game at work, or, you know, organize yourself better so that, you know, you feel more confident at your bookings. But yeah, I just, yeah, really appreciate all the love. If you guys like this video, please click the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys get notified every time I upload, and it just lets me know that you guys like seeing these types of vlogs and you want to see more of them. But yeah, thanks so much for coming along with me tonight, guys, to my waitressing shift and for the weekend. Hopefully I will see you guys all in my next vlog. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.